What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We have some really good news out this afternoon. I want to bring you that good news. This does deal with the $1,400 stimulus checks. I'm going to continue to answer these questions because I know a lot of people, this is their lifeline. This $1,400 stimulus checks is their last resort. And let me know down in the comment section below if you are relying on this $1,400 stimulus check to pay for some essential bills, food, keep a roof over your head, whatever. If this is the last amount of money that you are pretty much relying on, let me know down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of people are counting on this money to provide for themselves and their family. So here's the good news. The IRS has finally given us some insight as to why so many people are not getting their full stimulus payments. Some couples, and mostly couples, are saying that no, they're only getting half. They're only getting a portion of their $1,400 stimulus check amount. And we finally have news on that. We also are hearing that lawmakers, and I stated this yesterday, but lawmakers are asking the IRS and the Treasury to look into why many people have not received their $1,400 stimulus checks just yet. And mainly they're wanting to know about people that are on Social Security benefits. According to Democratic Representative Richard Neal, he is the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. He sent a letter to the IRS and the Treasury and the Social Security Administration yesterday calling for, and I quote, immediate attention to this urgent matter. That is what he wants, because he says that these delays are affecting a lot of people. They're affecting people on Social Security, supplemental security income, railroad retirement benefits, and Veterans Affairs beneficiaries. Right now, he is saying there's too much money being delayed. The American people need this money. They need it to go and get into their hands so they can now go and spend it on whatever it is they need, whether it's food, medication, keeping a roof over their head, or anything in between. So, in the letter, he says, and I quote, some of our most vulnerable seniors and persons with disabilities, including veterans who served our country with honor, are unable to pay for basic necessities while they wait for their overdue payments. And this is something that I have been saying for a couple weeks now, that we could see seniors pretty much get a delayed check simply because a lot of them do not file for taxes. They don't have to file. They're non-filers. And what we've seen is non-filers are getting their checks in most cases right around the same time as paper checks and the prepaid debit card. The problem with that is paper checks and the prepaid debit card come out possibly weeks, if not a month, after the direct payments get sent out to the American people if they have a bank account on file. So that is a big issue. But being that the IRS has not given us a timeline for when these payments are going to go out, and I said as soon as we know, as soon as we get information from the IRS, I will come on here and I will let you know immediately once we get a date. Well, we still don't have a date. The IRS has not given us a date. Well, this is where the lawmakers are stepping up. Lawmakers, and specifically Richard Neal, says he is demanding that the IRS and the Social Security Administration come out with a date by this Friday, March 26th, and figure out when will these payments be sent. Not necessarily that having a date is going to make things all better, but having a date is going to make it easier. People will not be as anxious and nervous in some cases as to when their stimulus check is finally going to show up. And is it actually going to show up? Because some people are worried, and you may be as well. You may be worried, well, I haven't got it yet. Am I just not going to get it? And that's a big issue. A lot of people are saying that we need to have answers, and we need those answers now. So that's what we know regarding the $1,400 stimulus checks to people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, railroad benefits, and also VA. One thing I just want to address is that tomorrow is going to be a big day. Tomorrow is the day that many people are supposed to see their $1,400 stimulus checks that could be pending in their bank accounts right now. They could see these become, they could go through, and you could actually spend this money. Here's what we know. There are some people, and I stated this earlier this morning as well, there are some people that have told me, and I even looked on Facebook and Twitter as well, There are multiple people that got their $1,400 stimulus checks, but when they check their account, it doesn't show anything. There's no information on it. So because of that, you may get a stimulus check tomorrow, even though when you check the IRS Get My Payment portal, and I understand it's just a disaster. It's not the best website out there, but it does help some. So I do recommend you use it. That's really the only option we have. But yes, I do understand it's not the best website. So you still have that option. But here's the other thing. The IRS gave us some more insight as to why some couples are only receiving half or a portion of their full stimulus amount. According to the IRS, they gave a statement earlier today to CNN, and they said, and I quote, "There is a glitch in the system that divides the payments for married couples where one person has filed an injured spousal claim." Now, I'm not getting into all that, but here's what you need to understand. If you've ever filed an injured spousal claim, that yes, there is a chance that they split up your payments. Like they said, there's a glitch in the system. And that's what I said before, is chances are there's either a glitch or there's a glitch in the system from the IRS, or the bank is not providing your full amount. Now, according to the IRS, they says yes, there's a glitch in the system, which is exactly what I said. I think it was over the weekend as well, that yes, there's most likely going to be a glitch, and hopefully they figure that glitch out and issue another payment. Now, here's the other thing, and I just want you to be aware of this, because this could happen, and my guess is it's going to happen in many cases. When they fix this glitch, what's going to happen is many people that only got half of the amount will not only just get the other half, some are going to get the full payment. Okay, so let's say you were owed $5,600, and they only gave you $2,800. What could happen, and again, I know this can happen, and my guess is it will, and if it does, let me know, but what could happen is if you got half of your payment, the IRS might send you an additional payment, but not of $2,800, of the full $5,400 or $5,600. And if you get a full $5,600 plus the $2,800, the IRS has already stated if there's any overpayment, and this is written into the American Rescue Plan, into that $1.9 trillion stimulus package, it is clearly stated that if you are overpaid and the money is going to you directly, you can keep the money. So, some people may get a little bit of a benefit by getting that partial payment. If that's the case, hopefully that's you, and if that is, I'm very happy for you, and hopefully you can make use of that money. Now, the IRS did go on to say that some people will get their payments, if it's split up, they will get it in the same week, which would be most likely this week, because obviously last week probably didn't get it, or you would have known, so it will most likely be this week, some point. But they do say if that's not the case and you don't get it within the first week, chances are it's going to come within the next 2 weeks, but possibly it could be seen in the next month. So just keep that in mind. And on that note, being that yes, some people are going to have to wait to get their benefits, let's talk about unemployment really quick, because this is another big issue. Right now we know that people on unemployment might have to wait an additional maybe week, possibly 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks, just to get their unemployment benefits. And this is their state benefits, not the $300 boost. What we are hearing right now is that many people in New York will actually have a delay in their unemployment check. That is the state benefit, not just the $300 per week. We also know people in California are going to be getting a delayed check as well, because their system is being overloaded, and many people are actually being kicked out because of potential fraud. Okay, so what happens with the EDD in California is, instead of just accepting everybody and providing benefits to them, then later on going to recollect it if they didn't actually qualify, every single person is put into that, like, okay, you don't qualify yet, you have to prove that you qualify first, then we'll send you money. That's becoming a big issue. And right now we do not have the governor pretty much backing the system and trying to get the American people the money, because more people would be would actually qualify for unemployment than would be have to pay the money back. But at this point they're saying that no, we can't take that risk. So we'll see what happens there. And we also have a report from Business Insider saying that there's reports that indicate roughly 2 million people will not get an unemployment check this week. That's from Business Insider, and I think Business Insider is a very reputable source as well. So right now we are seeing lawmakers step up and finally try to demand more from the IRS and the Treasury. We did hear from a couple lawmakers yesterday saying kind of their hands were tied. There's nothing they can do. They already passed a bill, and it's really up to the Treasury and the IRS and the different states to send out the money. It's not on them anymore. But obviously this wasn't the answer that others wanted to hear, and so they are finally acting. That is the good news. There's also more good news that we will most likely see the checks tomorrow. We will most likely see another fight for a fourth stimulus check. We are getting reports that yes, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi are all going to meet to try to figure out what's the next step. We also know President Biden's going to step in there sometime later on this week and address with, or pretty much discuss with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer where we go from here, and we will see. But right now there's a lot of promising news out there. There is some other news that some people are not very excited about gun control. I'll mention that in my video later on today because the news is still coming out. But we will hear more about everything that's going on. So just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.